you have to have an understanding of what this is before you go in, because once again, the marketing is lying ass off. They lying to y'all. They lying to y'all. All right, they trying to get y'all's money. And listen, if you get what you paid for, what you wanted, that's fine. But it can be a little deceptive. Hey everyone, it is that time again. Join me in New York at the Broadway Comedy Club for my very special brand of sit-down comedy. Hopefully I won't be looking that stupid. That'll be Friday, March 28th, 9:30 p.m. show. You can get your tickets by going to doubletoastedny.com, or you can go to doubletoasted.com, and I'll see you soon. Let's get into that monkey. Don't you know folks, you're gonna shop the monkey? That's an old song, man. Yeah, you wouldn't know nothing about shocking that monkey.
No, I definitely don't.
We'll see if you know anything about this monkey. I bet you don't. I bet you don't know about it. Let me see it. Y'all bet you don't even know about this monkey right here.
I know everything about that monkey.
No, you don't. You think you know this monkey. I
know everything about that monkey.
You don't know. Julian, be quiet. You don't know about this monkey.
No,
I'm going to tell you.
Me and that monkey best friends.
Let me leave you alone here.
Say one more thing.
No, that's all right. Hey, we good. Hey, put a good word for me.
Bring his ass up in.
No, that's all right. Yeah, folks, we are talking about The Monkey. This trailer got everybody talking because, well, for one, it's a killer monkey.
Mm-hmm.
A killer monkey that plays drums.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got a nice suit on.
Sure.
At least a vest.
Nice smile.
Got good dental hygiene going on.
Do.
Perfect teeth.
Big ass eyes.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with one of these?
Fuck no.
That's the thing. You didn't know about this.
No,
we all did.
No, I got scared of those when I was young.
Yeah.
I saw Toy Story. Ever since I seen Toy Story, that monkey in Toy Story 3, I've been scared of those.
Yeah. Well, your fears have come to fruition.
I know how to face my fears.
Yeah, folks, we are talking about The Monkey. And it's not just about the monkey. Mainly it's about these two twins, Hal and Bill. Hal's the nerdy one, Bill's the cool one. By cool, I mean asshole.
Right. Ain't nothing cool about it.
No, but they were raised by a single mom. And that's Hal as an adult right there. But they were raised by a single mom. Did I just stop this? Did my computer just? Oh no, okay, that was a freeze frame in the trailer.
Oh yeah,
that threw me off right there. But Hal and Bill are raised by a single mom, and after their dad left, with the lamest excuse, I'm going out for some smokes. Mom goes out for milk.
Yeah.
Dad goes out for smokes.
Right.
And then
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. You lucky if they ever come back. But yeah. Left for some smokes, the typical story, never came back. But hey, Dad did leave them with one parting gift, a toy monkey that bangs a drum. And listen, it's bad enough that it's a creepy monkey. But also, when you wind it up, someone dies. And I don't mean just die, they die horrifically.
Horribly.
In the worst way.
Horrible, in the worst way. So when Nerdy Hal right here tries to use it, because he doesn't like his asshole brother.
That was funny.
And who would?
I mean, damn. He's like, you even look at the monkey. Come on, man. You know that was a dick.
This easy right here.
Yeah, come on, kill that. Anybody needs to die as him.
Yeah.
But that monkey said, you don't tell me what to do.
Right?
And when he tries to make that wish to kill his brother, well, things go tragically bad and he try to get rid of it. But that monkey don't go down that easy. And years later, when Hal is an adult, who's played by Theo James right here. He's also a father now. He has tried his best to lay low so that just his mere existence won't hurt anybody else. But of course, mysteriously, that monkey comes back into his life. And boy, he comes back with a vengeance. Monkey said, surprise. It's been how many years? We're going to make up for lost time. We got some business to do. And when he comes back, the little monkey causes more gruesome havoc than ever. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for The Monkey.
In its most devious ways.
I remember the story. So before I had really looked at the trailer, and when I heard the premise, and then when I saw a still for the trailer, which was something like that, I said, this sounds familiar. I remember this. And this indeed is based on a Stephen King story. You said in the trailer, but it's from his book Skeleton Crew. Yeah, and I read this years ago.
I never read that book, but I remember that monkey on the cover.
Yeah, I remember that monkey on the cover, and I remember, like you, young Julian, being kind of scared of that monkey myself, which made me want to read the story. Now, there's a big difference between a story and the movie, like with a lot of Stephen King properties that get adapted to a film or whatever. But one of the best ways to describe this movie for anybody, you can even see it in the trailer, it's Final Destination. Because they got all these elaborate deaths in there, except this time you get to see Death himself, and he looks like a monkey. Who knew?
You're right.
But has a lot of similarities with Final Destination besides the elaborate setups. That's one of them. But, in both movies, we know who's going to die. We know when it happens that it's going to be bad. And they draw the setups out so much that you either sitting up there with your stomach in a knot, just waiting for the worst to happen, or if you a sick son of a bitch, you're like, ooh, I can't wait. See how they gonna die badly. Or if you like me, a little bit of both. I'm nervous about it, but ooh, I can't wait.
Right in that middle.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. Good thing you can sit by me. Ooh, they gonna die real good.
I'm way to the top by myself.
Hey, Julian, they gonna die. Shut up. You shut up.
Somebody bring a monkey to
You're next.
But the big difference is that the big difference between this monkey and Final Destination. I always called it Monkey Destination.
Not a bad name.
Yeah, not a bad name at all.
Yeah.
But the big difference between this monkey and Final Destination is that the setup for Final Destination, there's these elaborate Rube Goldberg death machines. They go and you see they got the springs and the levers and the bowling ball and the chicken that knocks something out the way.
And a fake out because it's going to be this.
Yeah, exactly. So they set all that up. But this monkey right here, though, every time that little monkey raises that hand with that drumstick in there, when you see it go up, you're like, oh shit. Here we go. Who gonna die to the beat? And that little monkey be going off.
I know some people, they still be getting this.
Yeah, he's like Phil Collins on those drums.
That little monkey be playing a hell of a drum solo too.
You're like, stop that.
People like, damn, what I do?
Now, there's something that you must know for sure before you even think about going to see this. And that is your like or dislike of this movie right here depends on one big thing. And that is that you are very, very, absolutely 100% clear of what you're getting into. You have to have an understanding of what this is before you go in. Because once again, the marketing is lying ass. They lying to y'all. They lying to y'all. All right. They trying to get y'all's money. And listen, if you get what you paid for, what you wanted, that's fine. But it can be a little deceptive. See, the thing is, you have to know what this is before you go see it. And y'all like, yeah, I know it's a horror movie. Of course, that's why I want to go see it. It's kind of right. Yes. Boy, I hate this answer when people do this. Yes and no. Okay, which one is it? God damn it. But yes and no. It is a horror movie, but it is a horror comedy. Heavy emphasis on the comedy.
I would almost, it's a horror comedy. It's a comedy with horror.
With a kiss of horror. It's a comedy with gore.
It's a gory comedy.
Yeah, it's a gory comedy. It's a very dark comedy. There's so much emphasis on the comedy that, like Martin said, it's not really a horror movie. Because the marketing makes it look like it's a horror film. You see that scary crazy looking monkey with them big eyes and them teeth. You see people dying horribly. You see the horrible look on people's faces, and horrible things. Yes, they do happen in this movie. Yes, they do. but it's not scary, really.
Yeah. Don't forget you also see the words Stephen King in red.
That is, yep.
Oh, and you see James Wan too.
Yeah, that's all.
Got me in there with James Wan.
There it is. You see
Yeah.
James Wan, and look at that monkey looking creepy on his name right there. Oh, I'm gonna get you when his name go down.
That's what got me was that James Wan.
can help your ass. Yeah, you see Stephen King, James Wan, two big names in horror. So you get in there, and you're thinking that you're gonna be scared, unless you just a lightweight or you just jump at anything. It is not scary. Okay, it is not. There's an emphasis on sick humor in this, but it's not scary.
And it tells you what it is from the very first scene.
Oh, it sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These commercials don't tell you, but that first scene tells you.
No, don't let them play with y'all like that. Don't let them do that. Yeah, they got an opening scene in here where Adam Scott comes in.
Right, yeah.
That's him in the background. And you look at that monkey looking crazy. Like y'all scared right now, man. Don't let that monkey fool y'all.
In real life, you be scared of that shit.
Don't let that monkey make a monkey out of you. No, that's at the very beginning. They open up and they do a Final Destination.
Yeah,
it's almost like a satire of Final Destination.
Right.
That's what I was thinking at some points.
This is almost like a satire on gore. It's a satire on like over the top violence in movies. Because you look at it and you don't have to like it, but they know what they're doing. They are intentionally, taking it too far.
Yeah.
They're intentionally going overboard with the gore in here.
It's part of the humor.
Yeah, it's part of the humor. They blow people up, but they don't have to.
No.
Man,
No. Many of these deaths are not just unnecessary, but unlikely.
Right. Especially, but there's one in the trailer about the girl in the pool.
Yeah.
Like, come on. How was that guy?
Whenever I see that, I'm like, they don't build. These outlets are built to turn off, and it's any kind of thing like that.
But that might have been like 2 a.m. or something.
Well,
like, come on.
That's the thing. They even say in the movie that these are very unlikely. They're confused. They're like, because people are saying people keep dying in the weirdest, most unlikely way. Like, man,
like that one.
So you see what's happening here. And y'all, I'm just gonna say, y'all, because y'all looking at this and y'all think that she's about to jump in that pool and y'all think she's getting there, but no, I ain't gonna spoil it for you. But I'm just saying, let me just say, they blow people up when they don't have to. And I read about the movie, and they're like, hell yeah, we do. They say we take dummies and we just fill it full of blood and guts and rubber, and then we just blow it up.
Yeah.
The director just wants the room to be covered with blood by the time he's done. Now, if you ain't down for that, then this is not the movie for you. If it's too over the top, that's not the movie for you. If you want to be scared, it's not the movie for you. If you're not looking for a comedy, it's not the movie for you. I'll show you this scene right here. This scene will give you the perfect idea of what this tone is in the movie. And again, it's very Final Destination, but they play the comedy up and the ridiculousness of it up even more. That's the director, by the way.
Osgood Perkins.
Yeah, who's an actor also. And he's made an appearance in the movie. He was actually pretty funny, but that's him right there in the picture. That's another thing. If you hear that music playing, that monkey's back. That monkey be jamming.
That's his jam, right?
Yeah, that's the last song you won't ever hear. And see, now they're doing the Final Destination thing. Which one of these things is going to kill her?
Yeah.
There's so much stuff.
It's
Which
funny
one would it be?
that gun looks like it would have a flag that comes out of it. That
See, that's some Sam Raimi stuff right there.
Yeah.
So you can see how they're already playing up the comedy, and that's the fake out right there. I didn't know they gave me this much stuff. I just started playing. I thought this was shorter, but since we're here,
I forgot how long them scenes were.
but since we're here, again, you see how much they drag these things out in the movie.
That monkey must have hated her ass.
Hey, it's nothing personal, baby.
Man, no, because she got it bad. Like everybody else was a quick death. That's different.
That monkey said
she brought some of this on herself.
Yeah, she did.
Just doing stupid stuff.
That monkey said, hell, she did the job for me. I just had one thing planned for it. I didn't plan those hooks, that wasn't me. See, this is what we
Exactly.
All,
Right,
They're
come
like,
on.
now you got this shit coming. That monkey ain't got nothing to do with this. You know you got alcohol on your face, and you gonna put your face up to the stove. That monkey like, shit, I ain't even beat you.
Yeah, I know. He was like, I had something much more elaborate planned, but okay.
Look at that
And people, it keeps going. I'm not going to show you the rest, but they keep going and going. That's not the final. That ain't the final death right there.
shit. 30 more seconds of that shit.
But what's funny was I was on Reddit like the day before and saw a kid do this to himself for real.
What?
It wasn't on the stove, but he was with his buddy. There was something with alcohol. Oh, he was trying to blow fire, and it just engulfed his whole head. And he was rolling around the ground like Curly from the Three Stooges. Shit wasn't going out. And it showed him afterwards.
Kid right there.
Yeah, it was like that.
Hey, listen, you see you up here laughing. I don't know what these guys feel about it, but it's ridiculous. It's very broad, and I'm gonna tell you, you can even see some of the characters here. The characters are. The actors are good, but the characters they're caricatures. You know, you can't even feel bad for them. But if you are down with the humor, if you're good with that, if you're cool with this being a comedy, and I don't know how people missed it. I saw the trailer and finally right before the movie came out, and I was like, it looks like a comedy to me. Or it looks like it has comedic tendencies. I didn't know it was this comedic, but I was fine with it. I like funny horror movies, So and it's because it gives them a chance to even get crazy with the gore.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. You get some horror movies that try to be dead serious, and they'll do something ridiculous and be like, man, that okay.
I know. It's like you're not going to acknowledge how ridiculous that is what you just did.
Yeah, Final Monkey Destination over there. So that said, I had a lot of fun with this. This was highly enjoyable to me. It's not perfect. I can tell you my complaints that I have about it, but for the most part, I think if you just want to go in and have fun, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I did not know it was going to be a comedy at all. I figured, okay, horror movie. But hey, Osgood Perkins and Stephen King, they, maybe you do this right, make it cool, because we grew up with the creepy monkeys. Now they weren't that big. they were this big. Yeah, I don't know where you got that one from. That's got real human teeth in it. That's goddamn ridiculous.
I thought that was a badass monkey right there.
That's badass. But I was like, that's not the ones we grew up with. But yeah, from the opening scene with the gory comedy, I thought that opening scene was hilarious.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, this is what we're in for. All right, I'm digging this. And he got past the opening scene, and I was like, well, okay, now it's not so much hilarious, but it is amusing. And then as it kept going, I was like, all right, well, the kills are gory and kind of fun, but man, everything else I'm kind of annoyed with. A little tedious here. I felt like the pacing wasn't great, and it's because you don't have good characters. I don't know how we work this out where we have two fraternal twins that grow up to be identical twins. But it was just nothing really to attach itself to. And even that badass opening scene, I know how it relates to everything, but they never really integrated it back in.
No,
and it just started to feel random after a while. I was like, all right, this is just one of these movies that he kind of made for himself, not really for the audience. I mean, the stuff that works, like I said, the kills, those are funny. And absurd, but it's just so much of the in between, everything that stitches it together. I was like, yeah, this is kind of not being that fun for me. That's how I felt.
Okay. Damn. You be playing sometimes. So I don't know.
No. There's no turn around like, no, man. Because we just recently saw Hard Eyes, where they did comedy and horror, and it was blended in a way where everything really worked, and it knew how to keep things going. Yeah. And I felt like this had a lot of lulls, and not the hee-hee lulls. I mean, like the, okay, well, I'm just waiting for the next kill because all this is kind of bullshit.
See, that's the thing. It's like I thought that the actors or the characters are cartoonish, but I did enjoy the humor in it because it's so ridiculous, and I even thought the editing was done with humor. The way they cut the stuff abruptly, you don't expect it. So the deaths are the star of the movie, and so when you look past that. That was my complaint. There's not much there.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
Yeah, when everyone dies, and sometimes they die shitty, but cool looking ways sometimes, and that is the message of the movie. Everyone goes at some point, and they really drive that in. And so I was like, there's a lot of stuff like that's really kind of shallow here. If you're in it for the deaths, then that's cool. You have things in here that either things end up played for laughs or they're not explored very deep. Like there's this whole thing. I told you that, what's his name?
Theo James.
Theo James. He has a son in the movie. And, they have, they try to do this whole deadbeat dad theme in there. And, they're trying to explore that, his reasons why he's a deadbeat dad. And, they play it out like most storylines. I will say this, the kid wasn't whining. He wasn't annoying. Why'd you ever love me?
Yeah.
Just go away. Leave me alone. The kid was actually pretty mature about it.
Right.
He said, hey, man, we got 2 weeks together. Let's get this shit done. You don't want to be around. I ain't going to force you to be around. He's like, so, hey, let's do this. So I like the kid, and I forgot the kid's name. I really like him. Don't let, because you look at him, you think he's a little goofy kid. He's actually a really great actor.
Yeah.
But for me, I think what kept it going is, they made some changes from the book, of course. And I don't remember the story too well. I remember reading it a long time ago. But either I don't remember the story well enough, or they changed some things, because I was still wondering, okay, how far is this damn monkey gonna go? Killing people. Why is it killing so much after they find it again? Can it be stopped? What's the next kill gonna look like? I think that kept me pulled in when there was really no story. And for me, it kept the story from lagging completely. I think the actors are good. Again, they're not given deep characters to play with, but I think that the actors themselves, everyone, even some of the smallest parts in the movie, I think that the actors are pretty funny. Theo James, I think I enjoyed watching him. One, I think he has a great voice, because I didn't know he was in the movie. I didn't recognize him. I seen the trailer now. I didn't know that was him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that was Theo James from. First, I thought he was the boy next door with Jennifer Lopez.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was him. I had to look it up. No, he's from Divergent or whatever.
That's him.
That's him. Yeah.
Okay.
He has a great voice. So when he was narrating, I was like, "Who is this?" But I did like him. He's playing against the handsome type. Neither twin is cool. Either one is nerdy or nebbish, and the other is just a complete asshole or crazy. So it's funny watching him play that. You know what? And I thought the kids were good. I thought the kids. It's one kid playing. That's how good he was. I thought he was two different people.
Shit.
Yeah.
I did
two
too. People too.
Nah, it's a kid named Christian Convery.
But look how one has like kind of puffed up cheeks and the other
That's
one
why I thought it was
doesn't.
two different people.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me make sure. Because look, they might be two different people.
Because I was like, they look like two different kids.
The only reason why I thought they were two different is because later on, like they saw the older versions, right? And it's like you never really see the actors like on the same image.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all tell me, is this the same person? Because I thought I had looked him up, and they say he's the Cocaine Bear kid. So I looked him up, and I thought he's one person. Now, if he's two people, he's even doing good as, both of them are doing very good. But if he's one person, he's the same person. It's one person.
Okay.
Damn.
So when I watched him, and I thought I did think that it was one kid playing twins. Mm-hmm. So that kid is amazing. If you watch the way he plays,
he's really good. Then
man, he's so good. Y'all think he's two people?
I know. I thought it was two people.
I still think it is.
Martin ain't even convinced. That's how good. That kid could come and tell Martin, I was just wondering, where your brother at? Quit playing with me, boy.
You gotta take that bullshit somewhere else.
Yeah, it's the lighting that's doing it, somebody said. But man, he plays he plays it so well. One kid seems like he's even younger, even though they're twins, because he's so nerdy. And the other kid seems like he's a little older because he's so confident and he's such a bully. Yeah, that's how great his acting is, man.
I think he sound the same too.
You're right.
Hey, acting, baby.
Damn.
That's what actors do. Yeah, Christian Convery. He was the Cocaine Bear kid. They also say he did a voice in X-Men 97. Yeah, I thought he's great, man. And that other kid that I was talking about, that's Colin O'Brien that plays the son. So I thought that when I say kids, I thought he was good. I thought those other kids, that other kid was good.
All three of them.
Oh, yeah. Martin still ain't buying it. No. Yeah, I ain't gonna pull it over me. I know a boy around here somewhere.
Locked in the basement somewhere.
I really liked She-Hulk. Tatiana.
That's where I knew her from.
Yeah, man. Tatiana
Maslany.
Maslany. I thought she was good. She's the mom. She's probably the most emotional character in the movie. Even that's not too deep.
Right.
She's just tired of the bullshit. She's just tired of everything, and she's just kind of like telling the kids, probably a little too honest with them. She's like, "Yeah, everybody dies, so get ready."
Who tells their kids that?
She does.
She was an interesting character. It seemed like they created an interesting character and then didn't do a whole lot with her.
Nah, they didn't do a whole lot with anybody in here. But I did like her because somehow she's still upbeat. She's not depressed as much as you think she is. Everyone looks like my birthday trip to Costa Rica, courtesy of Tropa Trip, is off to a good start. We already got some bookings, and I'm confident we're going to get more. But there's still only a limited amount of time to get in on that early bird special. So click the link below, go to my trip page, and get in on it now so we can all take this trip together. You're going to see where, you have different opinions of this based on how much you enjoy the comedy or not, because I enjoyed it where I have fun, but again, it's not that deep of a movie. So if you are looking for something deeper, I completely understand. It's kind of like,
Well,
I don't know.
I ain't looking for nothing a whole lot deeper, but it is very shallow, like you said.
Like, you know how horror fans are. Just give
I
them
do.
horror, they'll give you money.
That's true.
Simple.
That's
Well,
true.
see, I don't think it was, and again, not that I'm confronting you. I don't think it was just give the horror fans some blood and guts. I think the humor was pretty clever. Again, but that's my taste. I thought they were clever with some of the setups of the kills. I thought the characters were funny. I don't think that they're caricatures, but I don't think that they were just goofballs. I thought that they were, they were characters who were like that you see in a Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah, well, it did have a Coen Brothers feel, but it was like it was going for it, but not really understanding what made it work.
Yeah, it's not on the Coen Brothers level at all. But
that kind of, well, it's kind of like a millennial filmmaking thing where you fill in the time with things that are absurd and awkwardness. It's like, well, rather than actually being funny, just making it awkward is supposed to be funny.
Hey, it worked for me.
And it's it's not always. For me, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it
I'm like,
worked for me.
awkward is fine as long as it's funny too, but it's not a substitute.
Yeah, I mean that's where again,
Yeah, I know.
we just see it two different ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Fans of old-fashioned practical effects, will appreciate the gore in here. Like I said, I read about how they did it. Most of this is practical effects. They were blowing dummies up.
You can tell.
You could tell.
You can tell it's practical.
all over the
yeah.
place. I thought that there he is. Put him in his light. I thought that monkey effect was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like again, it's exaggerated because you're right. Back when these were the real ones, they didn't look like that.
No.
Yeah, that looked like an actual chimpanzee.
Exactly. Especially when
Come to life.
you saw how
Yeah.
big it was. You're like, nah, our parents wouldn't even have bought us anything that
No,
big.
hell no.
So
We wouldn't want anything like that.
yeah.
So the
we
ones
wouldn't
y'all
want-
got were way smaller than that.
Yeah. Like I said, they were this big. They're smaller than Pixie.
Oh shit! This is like a damn chimpanzee in a band right here.
That's funny because even looking at that thing, I was like, this has the same problem with Annabelle, where I was like, who in the hell would buy something
Yeah,
like that?
Right, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't, they found it. Now we don't
Right.
know why the dad bought it. They
explained
found
that
it
shit.
immediately. They were like, "What the f- is this?"
And then they started understanding it.
Yeah. And what do you think, man? We haven't talked to you a whole lot.
So I didn't know nothing about this. All I saw was James Wan was attached to it. I didn't know it was a horror comedy, nothing like that. So I just walked in completely blind. And I'll just say, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was bad or anything like that. Now, you're right. It did have some pacing issues. I'm not gonna lie. In that second act, that movie started kind of getting boring. And I was kind of like, yo, get back to the kills. Because y'all focusing on this story, this ain't it. Because there's no good writing here. But I'll just say, man, the kills, if that's what y'all here for, y'all get a lot of it. Holy shit, there was more kills than I thought it was going to be. I saw the poster afterwards. It was like everybody dies or something.
yeah, well, he lived up to that.
Yeah, I was like, no way they go that far. And I'm like, shit, they do go that far. But look, man, I definitely had a lot of fun watching it. The kills are great. The characters, the performances from the people, I thought they were really good. But yeah, you're right, man. Those characters, like, they're dull. I thought the performances were good, but the characters are dull.
Yeah, I don't. For me, they weren't even dull. It was just like they're laughable. I got some entertainment on them. They're just not. They're not deep characters. That's
Yeah.
all. And that's fine. Whatever.
That's true. And it was funny. After the movie, I was like thinking to myself, I was like, will this movie work better without the comedy? You know, like if it was just like a killer monkey, but there's no comedy attached to it, right?
Well, that's what the story is like. You know.
Oh, and Stephen King?
Yeah, it's
okay,
actually,
so like
serious.
that's what I was like. I was wondering, would he be better that way, or would he be better like how they did in this movie, where there's a lot of comedy, right? Like something crazy happens and there's comedy wrapped in this shit.
Well, for me, it's so. Listen, you know, this
Probably so different.
It's they made a movie, so they stretched it out, and for another, you know, I mean, just it can be played either way, if you ask me. You know, you can have a haunted monkey doll.
I want to see both sides. I want to see both sides of that coin.
Or you could take something that's ridiculous, like, okay, it's a haunted monkey doll that's killing people. We can play it up for laughs. You know, so, you know, and like I said, it just depends, man.
I'll probably give like a low matinee. Or a matinee. One around there.
Yeah. What about you, sir? He said, watch yourself, Martin. Ready to bang that drum?
Put that stick down. I ain't saying nothing until you put that stick down. You know, like I said, if I was with it with the opening, and I wish the rest of it, you know, writing wise had lived up, had matched that, and I just thought it fell off, and it wasn't as amusing for me. But I will say this: it is a very well produced, very, very extremely well directed movie that I might see at Fantastic Fest at midnight. Even to the point of having an Elijah Wood appearance in it.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's one where you're like, all right, well, we just kind of did that, and and it's over. It's like he was walking by, and he's like, "Hey, can we shoot a scene with you?" And I'm like, "Sure, I guess."
Cameo.
A cameo. Like I said, I wish it had kept me more amused than it did, and you know, it's there. If you can turn your brain off to just live for the kills, those are entertaining. It's just so much in between that for me was not entertaining. As well put together as it is, it's still more of a rental for me.
Yeah, this was a nice mix of comedy and dark humor that, you know, like I said, when you do that, that's definitely something that has, you know, very specific appeal, you know, for people. It's not something that's a good mix for everybody. Hence, you know, what you see right here with this man. But, so I can see this not being for everyone. But even with the story not being too deep, you know, and beyond the everybody dies simple message of this, like I said, I still have fun. I got a lot of laughs. I laughed every time somebody was obliterated in this.
Yeah, they don't just get killed; they get obliterated.
Yeah, I laughed. No, I laughed because the deaths are so absurd. I laughed at some of the characters in here. And like I said, I enjoyed the performances. It's nothing much beyond that. But you know, I think everyone, and obviously this is not the case because you were not a big fan of this, and also not a big fan of this movie right here. But this. Yeah, shit, I didn't know myself. This is Long Legs. This is the last movie.
I never saw that. Okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like Long Legs, and Long Legs was his more serious film, even though it was that was ridiculous to me too.
The south beast rise up out of the sea. On each head was written a blasphemous name.
Now, my problem with Long Legs is that your lead character, not anything against the actress, the lead character had no personality. She was just dull to me. Where this movie, I mean, you know, take it for what it is. You know, it's a goofy, gory comedy. It had a lot of personality for me. They weren't deep, but they did have personality.
They were characters.
They were characters. They weren't deep characters. Like I said,
this is a movie that has characters.
Yeah. And I don't think that they, like I said, I don't think that they meant to go that deep. I think they meant for this to be, even though it's very dark, it's meant to be kind of sort of lighthearted fun, and you know, and that worked for me. So yeah, I'm giving this a matinee. I had a lot of fun with this. But hey, as I said, you see where everybody stands with this now. You know what this man don't go.
Stop pointing at me.
I pointed at him too. More at you, but you're right in front of me. But you know, you hear everybody.
Don't give me the point.
God damn, you call me up, you give me the point. But yeah, you know, it's all about expectations, and you know, going into it. Like I said, I don't think this is for everybody. But you're gonna be really mad if you go in there thinking this is gonna be, oh man, it's gonna be the scariest movie of the year. You know?
Right. I bought 2 tickets.
One jump scare in this goddamn movie.
Taking my girl at 11:30. She gonna be crawling up under me. She gonna be like, "What is this stupid shit?"
Jump on my lap.
Your girl be sitting in the movie looking at you, giving you side eye like this. What's this bullshit you brought me to? Let's go.
I thought he was scared.
Hey, let's go right now.